This is the Infinity Deck by Lloyd Barnes, Craig Petty, and Murphy's Magic. It's a brand new hyped up effect based on a photo deck of cards. And today I'm doing a full magic review of this product. Is this right for you? And how does it compare to some of Craig's previous deck releases? Stick around to find out. Now for the Infinity Deck, I am not going to do a live performance of the main routine because that would take up 10 minutes of the video, and I know you guys probably don't want to watch that when there are so many other videos online of this being performed. If you want to see this performed after this video, go watch Lloyd Barnes' wife test on Kaylee or Craig Petty's mat test. Both are great. But let's get right into the Infinity Deck. What do you get? When you buy the Infinity Deck, you receive this very nice blue box. I know packaging isn't really that big of a deal, but this is very nice packaging. It's a similar theme as Evoke and Cube 52. Inside the box, you get the Infinity Deck. These are meant to look like creative imagery cards that you would work with, almost like flash cards. The cards are ungimmicked, but specially printed. And finally, you'll get the link to the tutorial on the Murphy's website. What is the quality of the gimmick? Everything is good quality. The tuck case looks real. It looks like something you would genuinely buy from a store. And the deck of cards is good quality. The ink is bright. The images are really good. And there are so many methods that are interwoven and built together into this deck that it's just insane. But there are no moving parts. There's no rough and smooth, long and short, or anything like that. These are just cards, so they will last you as long as you take care of them. There are some discrepancies for part of the main routine, so that it's possible the audience will realize if they're looking really closely. So you'll need a bit of audience management for certain parts, but it's not too big of an issue as long as you make sure your audience knows what they're doing. I believe I can influence what you choose. The pictures are really good and most of them make sense. However, if you live in a certain part of the world, maybe these things could be called something different. Most notably, the U tree. I don't know how intuitive that is for a lot of people. You'll have to clarify it with them. Also, where I'm from, people don't call them chews. They call them gummies or candies or something like that. So you might have to clarify that. But that's just a little nitpicky thing that I wanted to mention. How's the tutorial? The tutorial's almost 6 hours in total. Lloyd and Craig are both teaching the effects together. Good audio and good video, as always, from Murphy's. There's an intro where Craig and Lloyd go through the deck's features. They go through some false shuffles and cuts. Then the main routine, a quick reset, and then they talk about other routines. The routines are walk around influence. They do an overview of the Koran method built into the deck, reveal methods, the 8-ball prediction, lock screen prediction, second sight, burning the cards, estimate, image swap, diary prediction, toxic coincidence, ultimate free will, empowerment, jazz ESP images, play it straight influence, and then the jam session. David Jonathan also hops on. If you don't know who he is, he created the Snaps project, which is a little different than this. It's a photo deck where there are some hidden letters and numbers in photos. That's a really great project too. And David compares this to the Snaps project. He teaches some routines which are all really, really cool, like divide a deck principle, estimation, some ESP effects, a playing card routine, and a simple force, and also on any photo at any number. Then there is a bonus section where you will learn the photo match, productions, reveals, and G's light bulb routine. Although the main routine is quite long, you can totally take phases out with no issue to make it more suitable for your performing environment. I think the second phase of the routine, people may feel it's a little drawn out if you do it in a certain way, because you have 4 piles shuffled by the same person, and you're basically doing the same thing. You're telling them what picture that they chose. So rather than doing that, maybe you can just have them take one card out of each one and then just go straight to the prediction. This one. You could go straight to this prediction rather than divining one by one the house, flower, dog, and person. However, it's up to you. It depends on your performing style, but my style, the way I'll perform this, is I'll just say, I'll get 4 people to shuffle each pile, turn one card face up on top of each pile, then I'll show that first prediction. Then I'll do the ACAAN sequence, then the I believe I can influence what you choose. What are the angles like? The angles depend on the routine you're performing, but at least for the main routine, you could probably perform this surrounded. Live performances. This was a little bit surprising, but for some reason, there were no live performances in the tutorial. I have honestly never seen a Craig Petty or Lloyd Barnes project that doesn't have a live performance in the tutorial. It's not that big of a deal, but it is just a little surprising because usually Murphy's likes to put live performances in the tutorial, and I enjoy watching them. But I saw there are live performances in the trailer. Is this examinable? Yes, everything is examinable. The deck is examinable and the box is examinable. There's even a reveal built into the back of the box. The system hides in plain sight. So yes, they can look at these cards for a long time and not find anything. This is really, really clever. Let's talk about the difficulty and the practicality of the effect. This is not difficult at all. Main routine has no sleight of hand required. The deck literally does all the work for you. If you can deal cards into piles, you can do this routine. Having said that though, some of the other routines do require sleight of hand. And as for practicality, this is perfect for table hopping because of the reset, which we'll talk about more later. However, with the table, depending on the surface, it may be hard for the spectators to pick up the cards and riffle shuffle them together without a close-up pad. This is the case with normal playing cards too. It's not specific to this deck, but just keep that in mind because at certain points, you'll have the spectators shuffle 2 piles together. And on certain hard surfaces, it can be hard to pick up the cards and shuffle without long nails. Also, you'll need some table space when performing the main routine. You don't want the table to have too much clutter on it or it'll be hard to deal cards down. This is why Craig and Lloyd teach a version of the main routine, at least the kick or last phase. They teach a version of the I believe I can influence what you choose phase to do standing with no table required. Which is really cool. So you can do that in walk around standing up, which makes this even more practical. Is there any DIY? The deck comes ready to go out of the box. However, you will just need to write on the piece of paper or an index card the prediction. And this one, which I showed earlier. This one is easy. You just need a Sharpie marker and you write it on a blank piece of paper and then on an index card, which you can keep in the cellophane, the I believe I can influence what you choose. That's easy enough to do. It should take 1 to 2 minutes but make sure it looks nice. The writing looks nice, so it's presentable. Or if you don't want to write this on an index card, you can just use the reveal on the back of the box built into it. If you don't want to have to carry around an index card, which is cool. Pocket space. This deck and the paper prediction is all you need to keep in your pocket. And it's all fully self-contained, so there's not too much pocket space required. And you can do a full show with this. That's really what this is. You can do a full show with this in your pocket, a 10, 20, 30-minute act. So many tricks are taught in the tutorial. I know not everyone's going to do every trick in the tutorial, but they're there if you need them. If you want to do the ACAAN, you will need to carry an extra deck of cards, which is not too much because I already carry a deck of cards in Mnemonica. It doesn't need to be a deck in Mnemonica. It's not even a stacked deck. You just need the King of Diamonds at 26. It's always that one card. So maybe if you don't want to carry that deck of cards, you can just have a lock screen prediction where it says King of Diamonds at 26, because that's really, if that's what Craig and Lloyd suggest, if you don't want to carry around a deck of cards that always has the King of Diamonds in the 26th position. Or if you just don't want to do the ACAAN part of the routine, which I like the ACAAN. I think it's very natural because they pick how you shuffle the cards. It's very random. It appears to be very random, but you're controlling it the whole time, and it's all built into this deck of cards. But as I was saying, if you don't want to do the ACAAN routine, you don't have to. What is the reset like? The main routine, Lloyd and Craig teach multiple ways to do it, including ways that have an instant reset. So as you're picking up the cards, you are resetting. And this is because of the nature of the cards, which were so well designed by Phil Smith. So yeah, for table hopping, you can reset instantly if you'd like. The price. This costs less than Evoke and the Mindblox deck by Craig Petty. This is only $35 US. Is this worth the price? I really think it is well worth the price. I do not think you'll be disappointed with this. I know it'll be a hard decision if you see Mindblox, Evoke, Cube 52, and now this to decide what you want. But I think this really is my favorite Craig Petty deck because there's so many methods interwoven in it. I think this is my favorite. My second favorite's Mindblox, then Cube 52, and then Evoke. But that's just my personal preference. But yeah, the price is great. I think this could have been $45 if Craig and Lloyd wanted to charge that. Pros and cons. The pros are the price. This is easy to do and almost self-working. There are amazing reactions you'll get with this. The deck is justified because things like this actually exist. You can be fully surrounded. The deck is very, very well designed. This can be done without a table with a slight adjustment to the handling. The deck can be examined. This can reset instantly, and it's a full act in your pocket, really. The cons are, there are a couple discrepancies that the audience could possibly see if they look for them. Also, if you're doing table hopping and the table is too cluttered with food and stuff, that may be difficult to do the tabled routine, which is, in that case, you'd do the standing routine, the table hopping instant reset routine that you don't need a table for. What percent do I give this? I really, really enjoy this, and I'm not just saying that, I really do, because the method is great, but magic isn't always about the method, it's what the spectator experiences, and there certainly is an aha moment for the audience when they realize those revelations are there, similar to the Snaps product by David Jonathan. When they realize that I believe, they will be so surprised, and it's such a great moment for the magician when you see their faces. Their faces are gonna light up. So I'm giving this a 98%. This is my favorite Craig Petty deck this year. It really is amazing. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope I helped you decide whether or not to get the Infinity deck, and I'll see you next time.